Hi, everyone. Hopefully, you all are with us today. We're working with some new staff as we have a staff vacation. So hopefully the stream works out okay. Um, my name is Nick Zupan. I'm an epidemiologist with the Rock County Public Health Department. And we're just going to go through some numbers today. As always, do a brief look at some of the numbers. And then if you have questions, you can drop those into the chat box. We'll try to get those questions answered during the video today if you have them. So first I want to start out and just give an overview of the case activity that we've been seeing recently. We're continuing to see a nice decline in the number of new cases in Rock County. Right now, we have about 281 active cases. So you can see that on our graphic in the middle of the screen there. And this is based on how many people have tested positive, how many people have recovered from their illness, and how many people are still symptomatic and capable of spreading the disease. So based on our estimates, we have about 281 active cases. Over the course of the pandemic, we've had 14,253 Rock County residents test positive for COVID-19, and 71,169 residents have tested negative. There have been 151 deaths due to COVID. And just to give you a sense of the trends that we're seeing on a daily basis, we're averaging about 25 new cases per day over the last week. So this number continues to fall. We had kind of plateaued around high 20s, low 30s in terms of our daily average for a couple weeks, but we're continuing now to see a nice little drop again. I can tell you that our hospitalized patient counts are down. Yesterday, we had 14 patients in the hospital getting care for COVID-19, and that number continues to fall. We are seeing fewer and fewer patients needing hospitalization. Those who are in the hospital are fairly sick still, so this disease is still severely affecting certain individuals in the community, but to a lesser extent than we had seen earlier in November, December, and January. So with that, I'm going to switch gears and talk about the vaccine update. So for those of you who have been following our vaccine dashboard, we did modify the graph up here on the left-hand side. What you now see is kind of this speedometer style graph, where if you mouse over it will show you how many people in Rock County have had that first dose. And if you click the tab at the top of the graph, it'll switch over to the number of people who've gotten that second dose. Right now, we're basing this on the census estimates for the total Rock County population. And I know the entire population of Rock County is not currently eligible for the vaccine, but we really want to make sure we're tracking the total number of vaccines that have been provided to Rock County residents in relation to the total population. What we want to see eventually is about 70 to 80% of our total population having received 2 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine so that we can eradicate this disease or see very little disease activity in our community and get back to normal. So the quicker that happens, the faster we'll be able to get to normal. Unfortunately, right now, the limit is the vaccine supply. We haven't had enough vaccine supply to vaccinate everyone in the county. And as you know, that there are only certain groups that are still currently eligible. So those would be our healthcare providers, first responders like firefighters and EMS and police officers, certain other types of caregivers who qualify, and then our adults who are 65 and older. So if you feel like you qualify for the vaccine eligibility right now, we have a couple of forms on our website. So you can go to co.rock.wi.us and click on the COVID-19 information. And that will take you to the COVID-19 landing page, and you can actually fill out a form which will gather some of your contact information and how you kind of qualify for that vaccine. And we'll get you connected to a vaccine provider in Rock County. Again, I ask that if you feel like you're eligible, go ahead and fill out that form, and we'll take a look at that information and try to get you connected to a vaccine provider and get you on your way to being vaccinated. So otherwise, in terms of the data trends that we're seeing a large number of our 65 and older adults having received that immunization so far. So those who have gotten the first dose, when we look at the total number of estimates for adults who are 65 and older living in Rock County, we're almost at 50% of those individuals getting that first dose of the vaccine. So this is good. We're on the right track. We haven't seen as many adults who are 65 and older getting that second dose. So these last 3 bars here are the number of 65 and older adults who have gotten that second dose. A lot of this has to do with timing right now because the 65 and older group was just recently made eligible to receive that vaccine. This group is also at higher risk for more severe COVID illness. And it's very encouraging to me to see that, in the last 3 to 4 weeks, we've had nearly 50% of our 65 and older population getting that first dose of the vaccine. I encourage everyone who wants to get vaccinated to sign up with your healthcare provider or with the county sign-up form, and we'll, the goal is to make sure that anyone who wants to be vaccinated can get vaccinated. Otherwise, I don't have any other highlights in terms of the data for today. It's going to be a quick video. I'm going to check the chat box to see if there have been any questions that came through. As always, if you have further questions, you can always reach out to us via social media, and we'll answer the questions on the streams every Friday at noon, or even before then via direct message or comment. So looks like there are no questions right now. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in today, or anyone who's watching the recording, and we'll talk to you in the near future. Thanks, everyone.